let's remember that they're human beings. They're younger than us, but they're still people with their own thoughts and needs and wants. And, I think we tend to forget that.
Welcome to the Business of Parenting podcast. Tune in as we discuss the principles of successful parenting as a business professional. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
Our kids are a byproduct of their environment, just as we are a byproduct of our environment when we grew up. And if they're in an environment where they're seeing the parent come home and just hate their work,
right? How
do you really think that they're ever going to go off and find something that they love to do? But I think to be able to express that knowledge about loving what you do and the importance of it, you have to treat them like a little human. And I want to go back because I love that. I want to go down that rabbit hole a little bit. Is that sometimes we just we treat our kids like kids. They're like, they don't need to know. They don't need to know. They're just kids.
Right. Exactly right. Exactly. I talk about about this a lot, actually. And this actually kind of has this also. Little humans is one thing, and people tend to, you're right, think of them as little kids. Even when I go to my friends' houses to hang out, I hang out with the kids first and I talk to them and I find out all about them. And you would not believe the amount of parents that are like, thank you so much for sitting down and actually acting like they're a person in the room. And then as teens, I think it's fascinating. People always say like, oh, teens are so hard. They're so difficult. I love teens. Their thoughts, like if you sit down and really talk to teens and get their thoughts and ideas, and not just my kids, like my kids' friends, they are fascinating, the things they think and do. And so I think let's remember that they're human beings. They're younger than us, but they're still people with their own thoughts and needs and wants. And, I think we tend to forget that.
No, and I love the fact you bring that up, which is actually a good segue kind of to our next topic. But I'm with you. See, teens, for good or worse, all right, their ideas are their ideas. I mean, they haven't collected enough worldly influence, all right, to determine that's, you know what I mean? Like their ideas are legitimately going to be theirs. Good or bad. It's going to be
like they haven't learned yet that you have to keep a lid on some of this stuff, like filter some of this stuff. And that's what actually makes them fantastic, because like you're saying, for a teen, you're getting their true, unfiltered ideas and thoughts about the world. And if you can really look at it in that way, like, wow, I am getting the unfiltered version of how these people feel.
Yes. It's
really wonderful.
It is. And it's just, we're good or bad. It is what it is. You are getting the unfiltered because as we grow up and, become young adults, we learn filters and but not when we're, well, in my case,
100%. Like you learn, and bringing it back to business, in business, we learn what is and is not appropriate and what you can say and how you need to be neutral on certain things and how maybe you feel strongly about this, but not to say it in the company meeting because it may not be something that is neutral enough for all to agree with. Teens have none of that. They have none of that. So they're going to say
whatever they want, however they want it.
Fascinating and hilarious.
At whatever tone they want to say it in as well.
Yes.
That's one thing I find with teens. There's no concept of tonality.
And the drama is sky high. Like everything is the end of the world. There's no perspective in terms of this is one thing, especially my daughter, because she's into she's 14, so it's all about boys. Yes. This happened. She'll come home and be like, Mom, let me tell you the tea that happened. Here's the tea that happened today. And it just cracks me up because it's this is so not a big deal.
Thanks for tuning in to the Business of Parenting podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.